We have been talking a lot about patterns the last couple weeks. We've drawn patterns and we've built patterns and you've made patterns with your bodies and you've learned how to name patterns. And today we are going to look at patterns that we see in nature. And a lot of patterns that we can see we find on animals, and some of them we even see in plants. So let's take a look and see what kind of patterns we can find. Take a peek at these pictures. What patterns do you see? Do you see any patterns with spots? Do you see any patterns with stripes? What about a spiral pattern or a swirl pattern? Do you see any of those? Let's see if we can sort these pictures into groups based on the patterns that we see. Let's start with all of the striped patterns. Here are all the animals that I found that have stripes. We have zebra, and we have this insect or centipede, a tiger, a snake, a striped butterfly, a striped fish, a striped lizard, and this, I think it's a lemur maybe, and look at its tail. This is an interesting one, and I didn't really know where to put it because if you look at this animal's body, it has polka dots, and if you look at its tail, it has stripes, so it can kind of go in both groups. All right, so we've done stripes. Now let's do our polka dotted animals or our spotted animals. Check out all of these animals that have spots. We've got a lizard and a leopard and a fish and a butterfly, a peacock, a turtle that looks like Stella. And you know what's really interesting about this turtle is it kind of looks like it has spots and it has stripes. So maybe I'll move it over here in between the spotted group and the striped group because they could kind of go in both groups, just like this lemur could kind of go in both groups too. There's an eel and a ladybug. Look at all of these spotted animals. And the last group is this group up here at the top, which when I looked at it, I saw this spiral shape, which is a pattern because it goes around and around and around. And look at all of these different swirly spiral patterns. Can you think of any other animals or plants that have stripes or polka dots or spirals? If you can, make sure you share them with us. And here's what I want you to do for math today. See if you can find some toy animals or your stuffies around your house and sort them into groups based on their pattern. Do they have patterns that have the same color? Do they have patterns that have the same design, like stripes or polka dots or zigzags? Do they have different parts of their bodies that have patterns? Or maybe you could make a group that has more than one pattern, like this lemur and the turtle and this little wormy insect could be a group because they have a couple patterns going on. They have stripes and spots and spirals. So think about different ways that you can sort animals or stuffies at your house and share with us the way that you sorted your animals or stuffies.